Hi everyone, my name is Yukari and I will be making daily process videos for the month of July as I sketch in my Hobonichi Techo for World Watercolor Month. So let's get started. Today is day 28 and our prompt is instrument, and I decided to sketch some trumpet flowers. And there are different varieties, but I am using yellow today. All right, so here are my supplies for today. I am using my Chinese round brush. And before I tell you exactly what colors I'm using, I decided to do a quick list of all the yellows that I have. So Hansa Yellow Light is the coolest of all the yellows that I have, and then we have Hansa Yellow Medium, which is a little bit warmer, and then New Gamboge is a pretty warm yellow, and then I have Raw Sienna Light, which it kind of looks to me like a dirty yellow. And then, of course, I have the Quin Gold that I like to use quite often. And it's a pretty warm yellow. And for me, the difference between the Raw Sienna Light and the Quin Gold is that Quin Gold granulates a lot more. And I tend to really like it, and the more pigment that you add, deeper it gets. And then I'm using green gold and sap green for the leaves. And then I'm also using ultramarine violet as shadows for my flowers. All right, so I am adding some background. So this is sap green. I'm sorry, this is green gold. And I'm going to be adding sap green. And, I'm noticing how dark my pencil lines are. And I should have really erased those a little more, because as you will see, when I paint the flowers with yellow, the pencil marks definitely show up. And the petals of these are supposed to be a little jaggedy, but they're not when I paint it. And it seems to happen every time I paint with yellow. It's that it's just not natural for me for some reason. And so, I tend to either overwork it or something like that. But anyway, so I painted a little more green gold to the leaves and use Hansa Yellow Medium for the flowers. And notice the pencil markings clearly visible. And just adding a little more sap green to the background. So I'm going to use a darker color of sap green pigment on the leaves, and I am going to use my skewer to scratch off the veining, because these leaves have pretty clear visible veins. And now I'm using ultramarine violet to add shadows. Now I used to use browns, thinking that would be the darker version of yellow, but that never looked natural. And because purple is more of yellow's complement color, it just makes more sense to use purple. And for the most part, every time I've used it, it looks more natural. And so some of my violet here on the yellows are too harsh, so I am going to soften that a bit. And I did use New Gamboge a little bit for the trumpet part. And yeah, trying to make the petals a lot less rounded. You know, it really didn't quite work. So I'm here trying to soften some of those shadow lines. So I'm going to be using a skewer to scrape off some of that dark sap green to reveal the green gold underneath. And that's how I did all the leaves. All right, so here is my completed journal page. And yeah, you know, this just happens to be my least favorite painting probably that I've done all month. And, you know, it's because I'm so reluctant to use yellow for, and I'm not quite sure why. It's just a color that I'm not comfortable using. But anyway, I am happy with the shadows created, but my painting looks very stiff. And, you know, I prefer a little looser sort of painting. But I think I was trying to avoid creating mud so much that, yeah, I don't know, it just looks very stiff to me. So in my journaling, I talk a little bit about my fear of yellow. And I have a quote that says, "Flowers are the music of the earth." And usually when I see a prompt, anything about music, I usually paint pianos, but I'm glad I'm focusing on something different this month, and that, you know, I'm just going to keep working with yellow to see if I can get better. All right, thank you for watching, and then we'll see you tomorrow.